and get it up. That's good.
How's life on the road?
It's great.
But some of these date back thousands of years. This is an experience that I'm super excited for. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am in Lethbridge, Alberta, otherwise known as one of the windiest cities in Canada. And I'm super excited to be here. I'm here for the StageX Music Festival. I'm attending it with the Travel Media Association of Canada. So we have an awesome few days lined up and I'm really excited to see everything that Lethbridge has to offer because I actually really like this little city. It is a super cool little place. I was here last year, really enjoyed it. I'm excited to dig a little deeper and see even more of it. Now coming into my hotel, I'm staying at the Sandman, and I was already really surprised at how chic this is. I didn't expect this in Lethbridge, but it is super nice. So have a peek. I really like the color scheme, and there's a nice little chair in the corner, TV, work desk. I'm going to be using that, and even the bathroom is super cute. Yeah. We are starting off our event with a VIP party here at the StageX grounds. There's live music. Later on tonight, Lund, who is actually from the Lethbridge area, will be performing. And right now we're just having some grub and enjoying the ambiance. We're about to go backstage and meet Lund, but I am super impressed with this event here in Lethbridge. It's actually so much more than I ever would have expected. They have really good artists performing, and yeah, it's just a really good time, and I'm super pumped. Right in front of the stage, we get to be here for the first 3 songs of Lund. It is super awesome to be this close and just to take it all in, guys. We're at Fort Whoop, which is the original fur and whiskey trade here in Lethbridge. It was actually, this is the original location. It's about 11 kilometers from here, but this is the replica they built of Fort Whoop. It was originally called Fort Hamilton, but it got the nickname Fort Whoop because they traded whiskey, and whiskey made people feel whoopee. So then this got the nickname Fort Whoop. It is really, really cool. This replica definitely feels like you're back in the 1800s, and we're just really learning about the rich history of Lethbridge. We're about to go on a wagon ride, and I'm actually pretty excited because who doesn't like a good wagon ride? Not sure exactly where we're going. Do you know where it takes us?
Underneath the high-level bridge.
Oh, nice. All right. So we're going straight under the high-level bridge. But it's been a while since I've been on a wagon ride, so I'm pretty excited, guys. So I'm actually totally blown away at all the history here in Lethbridge. I had no idea. And you know, for instance, that bridge was built in the 1800s, and when they built it, they didn't know what weight they would have to withstand at this time, and yet this bridge still totally withstands all the weight that's put on it. And it's also built in a way that when there's 100-kilometer winds here, it will sway up to like a meter. So that was very, very cool to learn about. I'm inside the fort, and it's actually actually really cool because it's long, so every room is like connected and every room has a different story to it. This is really cool. Like, this is where they kept the whiskey, and they would keep the whiskey locked up, and I got some really interesting stories about that whiskey trading. And here is, you know, all the food and beads, because the Blackfoot people, you know, really didn't have access to a lot of colored beads and things, so they would come here and trade fur for beads. There's lots of different materials, and then as you keep walking through, there's all the furs here behind me, and look at that. This was where they had all their crates of food and supplies, and this is where they'd come and do business meetings and different trades and things like that. And you come into this other room, and you know, that's where they would do their shaving and their bathing, and this is where they would sleep, and their tables where they would hang out and eat. And it's just so cool how it goes all the way through. Now as I keep going, there's like a well there. And as I come through here, I'm coming into like another shop, and again, it's like really long. So, well, actually this is looks like a kitchen. So this is where they would do all of their food prep. And then, oh sure, another sleeping room. Yeah, it's very, very cool. Yeah, so this is another sitting area. It's like really homey in here. Very cool, guys. I love this. Wow, it just keeps going and going. You can see tools. Now we're in like a workshop area. Wow. More tools. Was the carpenter area. It says on this sign behind me that this was carpentry. Very, very cool. We're coming into another room with a couple bunk beds, work desk, wash basin. There we go. And more beds. Like, okay. Like, these must have been some incredibly tiny people, because this bed is not very big, or they had to sleep really scrunched up, because yeah, that would be way too short for me, and I'm short. Crazy.
You're just going to want to kind of flick it up like this, and then when you get it up there, you want to keep your wrist going around, and if you try and use your arm too much, like other people did, so it's okay if you do too, but you're going to end up wrapping it around yourself and catching yourself, which will be really funny, but I just thought I'd give you a warning ahead of time.
So I just go around my head?
Yeah, a couple times is good, and then get it up, that's good, and then when you're at the top, you give it a good shock like that, and that was pretty good. That was awesome. You didn't catch yourself.
So I'm trying a little piece of bannock and jam, and I mean, it reminds me of growing up because we did make a lot of bannock. It is, you know, part of my Métis heritage, so it's actually nice to have a little piece of bannock. It is super moist, and there's some fresh homemade jam on top. Definitely a very traditional little treat. So cute. Lunchtime, guys, and we are at a place called Broxburn Vegetables. It is such a beautiful little like farm with some greenhouses over there. It is nice. It's just flowers everywhere. You can see there's like tractors over there in the background. Yeah, I love it. It's totally like out in the country feeling, and we actually are out in the country. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they have on offer and what the cuisine's gonna be. It's probably gonna be fresh, delicious local food. So yeah, should be good. Got a strawberry and lemonade slush. I'm really excited about this. It is delicious and it's super refreshing. Yum. Quick note about my strawberry slush. It is from their strawberry fields directly in the back of the building, so it's absolutely fresh strawberries, and you can definitely taste that in it. is so good, guys. Lunch was so good. We had a fresh made margarita pizza that they cooked in a stone oven, and then I had a chicken Caesar salad, and obviously all the produce and everything is here from their gardens. And then we finished off with a Saskatoon berry pie. This is definitely a place I would recommend you trying if you ever visit Lethbridge. Super good. So now we're at the Alberta Birds of Prey Center. This is a rehabilitation center for birds who have been injured or ill, and they get rehabilitated and then put back into the wild. So we get to actually get up close and personal with them here, and it's such a beautiful facility and a beautiful location. I'm definitely excited for this one, guys.
Keep in mind, they're not potty trained, and you might get poop running down the front of your shirt.
I would be the one that he poops on for sure.
Yeah.
And he is adorable.
Yeah, so we've done.
I love owls.
And then try to return the...
Just bend your elbow down into your body that way. There you go. This guy doesn't like to be touched. So
Okay.
please don't touch him
no
because he
touching.
will bite you.
Okay. He's like, you can hold me, but you cannot touch me. How old is he?
He's 8.
8 years old.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Fairmont.
Fairmont?
Yeah, he was found by the Fairmont Springs Hotel in Banff, so that's where
No
he got
way.
his name from. Yeah.
That's so cool. Little Fairmont. 8 years old. I wish I could pet him. It sucks that
He kind of turned away from the camera there. Like,
He's like,
get out of my face.
yeah, exactly. He's like, you're coming too close with that. Huh? How old am I? A little older than 8. I got a couple years on him. We're about to feed the ducks, and I'm preparing myself because ducks are known to be assholes. So I will not be surprised if any of them turn on me. But it's going to be fun to feed them. They totally pinch. It's extremely rare that you get to get up close and personal with eagles and owls and things like that. So this totally rocked my world. And this water is absolutely delicious because it's so hot out here today. I am like super dehydrated.
Do you want to spin around?
So we're at the Nikka Yuko Japanese garden, and yep, as you've seen, we're in traditional dress. So we're about to go have some tea and just enjoy the garden. So we're sitting here traditionally.
On knees or like this, because I can't do that.
Having some difficulties? Nice, yeah. Thank you. Matcha tea and matcha cookie.
That is so good. It is really delicious.
Mmm. It's matcha and maple. That's delicious.
Local bakery, and they bring us a new batch.
That's so cool. It's like powerful. You can just feel the vibes, the high vibes in the bell. That was so cool. So apparently this bell can be heard 5 kilometers away. So people 5 kilometers from here, we're gonna hear that bell.
3 times and only 3 times. 4 times means death.
4 times means death, but 3 times means
Is good luck.
good luck.
Or luck and love.
Or good luck and love, good luck in anything. So 3 times, guys, we're jumping on the heart. Woo, I feel lucky already. That was an awesome show.
It was great.
So good. We're going back to see the guys. Life is good. How's life on the road?
It's great.
And when did you start in this band?
In this band?
This band.
In this band, almost 17 years ago.
Wow.
17 years we've been doing this, and it's never goes old.
No.
It's the best. I get to hang out with my best friends all the time. It's yeah, it is very cool. It's the best thing.
Does it feel like 17 years, or does
No,
it,
it feels like a heartbeat.
I bet.
It feels like we were just talking about last time we played in Lethbridge here.
Lethbridge.
It was, I think we played in 2010, but the first time we were talking about it was 2003.
No way.
Which is, yeah, 16 years ago. And we remembered that show and like that moment. Like you're just some dudes from Montreal, you're some dudes from anywhere.
Yeah.
And you're in Alberta. And there's hundreds of people or thousands of people, and it's like, this isn't like, it's a very humbling and amazing feeling. You know what I mean?
Cool.
Yeah.
How did it feel to play in Lethbridge again after that many years?
So cool, like so great. And you see like some people that they talked about, like they were there for the first show or they're here for the first time, you know, and it's one of those feelings like we're the luckiest people in the world, you know. We get to do what we get to do, and people show up for it.
It's so cool. Because like I seen you guys on stage tonight, and your energy was like on fire.
We were very, very, very excited, you know, and this is like one of those shows on our calendar for a while, and it's like it takes 3 days, you know. You fly in the day before, and then you play, and then you fly out the next day. And
how does it make you feel when, like, no matter where you are in the world, like no matter where you're playing, how does it make you feel when everyone is like cheering and like, oh my gosh, thank you, because they're so grateful?
Oh, you want it? There could be 5 people or 500,000 people or 10,000 people or nobody. If there's one person there that's in it, you got to give it your all. Like it's the best feeling in the world, and it's very easy to do, you know. It's like, I saw this kid and I saw his mom bring him up, and he had earphones on like to block out the sound, and his mom was singing all the lyrics to our songs, and she was probably trying to tell him like this is his first concert, and it was our show. Like that makes me almost die inside. Like that's his first show,
and it never gets old.
No, never gets old. Especially when you see some 13-year-old or 14-year-old or 4-year-old or whatever. It's like it's just like they're just living music the way that I remember seeing concerts.
They're so down to earth. They're so freaking cool.
There's a thing, and I've learned this on the road. We've been touring on the road for a long time. You can be a prick and you can be an asshole, and that takes a lot of energy to be like that. Or you can just be thankful. How about enjoy it?
Yeah, and give awesome energy to people.
Yeah, exactly. Just give out good energy, and you're gonna have a career with anything you do.
So true.
You know, just be awesome at everything.
So true. Hanging out with the Sam Roberts band was totally epic. They're some of the coolest guys you'll ever meet, and it was just such a blast getting to go backstage and hang out with them, and yeah, super cool highlight of my trip to Lethbridge. We are now at this amazing place called Writing on Stone, and it is so beautiful here. It's so interesting, the rock formations, and we're gonna go down and see the actual writing on stones that the Blackfoot Nation did hundreds of years ago. It is so interesting. It was raining. Luckily it stopped raining now, and it's kind of, yeah, clearing up. Not really cloudy, but at least it's not raining, so it's nice and bright for us to go look at this. all of these carvings in the rocks are so cool. Okay, earlier I said hundreds of years, but I just learned that some of these date back thousands of years, like 2,000 plus years. So the history here is just incredible, and like the area has really high energy to it. I felt the energy as soon as we arrived. Another thing that I did learn about this is that they actually use deer antlers to carve these drawings into the rock wall. So that definitely interesting. Look at this though. It is so bright out here, but it is so beautiful in this area. It just goes forever with these rock walls. This is awesome. Wow, these are really tall. You know that saying that they say, if these walls could talk? Well, these walls talk. Rehabilitation Center, and we're going to release some rehabilitated birds back to the wild. So this is pretty exciting that we get to experience this, and it's very unique. This is so cool.
It's like I said, and this is the thing where you've got to enjoy the moment, because in a few minutes it's all going to be over, like in 2 or 3 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1.
That was so cool. Be free. So you run the bird center?
I do. It's been a lifelong passion that I've been doing for about 40 years now.
40 years?
Yep.
Wow. Has that center been here for 40 years?
Yeah. So myself and another lady named Wendy Slater, we started it. And it was just a flat cultivated field back in the early 1980s.
Wow. And how long did it take to get to the point where you have it now? Because it's really beautiful.
Yeah, well, going from a little small backyard operation to where we actually opened to the public, that took about 10 years. And then we've been open to the public now about 30.
Wow. And your whole mission with this is to rehabilitate and release, right?
Right. So everything we do, it's about releasing injured birds back to the wild. A lot of them have been orphaned as well. And then we also do, what we like to do is share our work with visitors, and especially young people, because what really sort of puts wind in our sails is inspiring young minds, you know, so the next generation will take even better care of the environment than we are today.
Wow, that's so cool. And do you ever get attached to any of them?
I get attached to quite a few of them for sure. So sometimes it's sad to see them go, but then on the other hand, we've always got to be making room for new ones coming in all the time. Right,
and people will bring you injured birds and things like this?
Yeah, even sometimes here in the summertime, it's just not a sometimes thing. We might get 5 or 6 in each day.
Wow.
So we get pretty full very fast.
I love that people take the time to bring the birds to you to get help.
Yep,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
And how do you fund the whole
strictly
process?
Through admission fees. So we don't get any operating subsidies, and we never expected any, so it's just totally through admission fees, and then donations that people make. We are a charity, so we can give out charitable receipts for individual donations.
That's incredible, guys. So if any of you are interested in donating to this amazing cause, I'm going to link everything down below. I'll link the website, and then you can get in on that. And if you come to Lethbridge, you definitely have to visit the Birds of Prey. That was so cool. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you.
Behind me is the water tower, and this is a restaurant at the top of this tower. I've always wanted to come to it. I've heard really awesome things about it. And so this is where we are booked in to have dinner this evening. And you know, it's just another awesome experience that I'm looking forward to. It's really going to be hard to top releasing those birds. That was totally incredible. And what a great surprise. It was a really cute touch that when we got here, we each had our names on the menu, and we have a 5-course menu tonight that they prepared for us. So it's gonna be good. Wine pairing, food, and yeah, this is gonna be really really nice experience. I can tell already. So the chef just came and introduced himself, and now he's off to prepare our first course, which is a Caesar salad. So this whole table was actually put together just for us, and these are all our pairings for the evening, our sparkling and still waters. They are really pulling out all the stuff. This is pretty incredible. Our second course is this ravioli, and they just told us that everything in the ravioli is made in-house, minus the cheese, which they actually import from Italy. So it's all locally sourced and yeah, made from scratch. Wow. That is absolutely divine. And they paired it with a nice buttery Chardonnay. So, like a match made in heaven. Wow, is pretty much all I have to say, because just when you don't think it can get better than the last course, it gets better, and this is truly amazing. So everything is super fresh and local. This is amazing, guys. What do you guys think?
Oh, yes.
Is that like the best?
Great meal.
Fantastic. Yes.
Great meal, great company. Yeah.
Definitely. I am so totally blown away at how awesome Lethbridge is. I just had the absolute best time discovering the best of Lethbridge, and it has so much more to offer than I could have ever imagined. I did not know that this little city had so many awesome things to do in and around it, plus I met the coolest people. Like, this place is awesome, and I highly recommend if you're ever in the Lethbridge area or in the Alberta area, then definitely come down here, visit it, check it out, explore. You will not be disappointed. It was so awesome. And definitely let me know in the comments below, what was one of your best unexpectedly awesome trips that you've ever had? Like something that you thought could be good but ended up being so much more amazing than you ever imagined. I would love to hear that in the comments. And please, if you love adventure and travel as much as I do, then give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the little bell button to make sure you are notified every time I post a video, because I love having awesome people just like you around. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon, guys.